Hi, I'm Tori. I've been crocheting for 22 years, and this is my intro to crochet video. So first, take a look at your yarn, and there's two different ways you can unravel your yarn. You can unravel it from the outside, which it'll show you on the back which direction, or you can unravel it from the inside, which is the way that I prefer to do it. And sometimes you have to go digging around a little bit for the tail on the inside, but whether you unravel from the outside or the inside, it's your personal preference. Like I said, sometimes you have to dig a little bit and then your tail ends up being right there. And then pull it out to get some length. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. So there's a few different methods to making a slip knot, and I'm going to show you guys two different ways. So make sure that your loose tail is to the left side and your connected yarn is on the right side. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a loop, just like this. And if you can see at the bottom of that loop there's an X, you're going to pinch that with your left hand to secure it, and the right side of your yarn is still attached to that huge thing of yarn you have, and you're going to go through the back of the loop with two fingers, pinch the yarn, and pull it through. And I'm going to show you guys how to do this again, but this is how you make a slip knot, and from there you can insert your crochet hook and pull your long thing of yarn that's attached, and it should secure nicely around your hook. Okay, so again, you're going to make a loop, you're going to pinch that X with your left hand, you're going through the back of the loop with your right fingers to pinch the yarn on the right side and pull it through. And then you can insert your crochet hook and snug it down. Okay, one more time. So you make a loop just like this, and then you pinch the X with your left hand, go in through the back of the loop with your right fingers, pull the yarn through, and as I'm pulling the yarn through, I'm holding onto those tails to kind of make that knot, and then insert your crochet hook and secure it. Okay, so this is method 2 of making a slip knot, and what you're going to do is you're going to wrap your yarn around your finger just like this, and then you pinch the yarn together with your first and third finger. That left loop you put over the right loop, and then you put the left loop over the right loop again and snug down. And then you can insert your crochet hook and snug it down on top of it. Just to show you how to do that again, you are going to wrap the yarn around your pointer finger on the left hand once and then twice. Pinch the yarn together, take that left loop, put it over the right loop, then you're going to take the left loop and put it over the right loop again over your finger and pull it down. Then you can insert your crochet hook and snug it down. Now I'm going to go over how to hold your yarn and your hook. I'm right-handed, so I hold my hook with my right hand. I really just pinch the hook a little bit above that flat part right there, and then I grip it with the rest of my hand. Your pinky will stabilize the hook against your palm, and then you're gripping the hook with your thumb and your pointer finger. Let's go over how to hold your yarn. So you hold your yarn with your left hand. So the first thing you do is you make a finger gun, flip your hand over. Your last two fingers are going to guide your yarn, and your thumb and your third finger are going to stabilize that tail we have, and the yarn is going to hook around your pointer finger. So my last two fingers are guiding the yarn, and my thumb and my third finger stabilize that tail we have. So again, just to show you, make a finger gun with your hand, flip it over, wrap the yarn around your pointer finger. Your last two fingers guide the yarn, and your thumb and your third finger stabilize that tail. Now, how to chain stitch. So while you're in the proper crochet position that I showed you, you are going to hook under your yarn, and then you're going to pull through that slip knot we made. And that's your first chain. Again, hook under the yarn and pull through the loop. Here's a close-up version of what I'm doing, hooking under and pulling through. And as my chain gets longer, my thumb and my third finger are moving up to support that tail. This is the foundation of crocheting, making chain stitches, and when I was first learning as a kid, my mom would have me chain like 200 stitches and just to practice. So I highly recommend just sitting in front of the TV and doing this just to practice and kind of get the swing of things. If you're just making chains to practice or your chain is too long, you can take your hook out, and if you start to pull on your yarn that's attached, the chain will come right out and you can start over. How to single crochet. You're going to single crochet into your row of chains. Here I have about 11. So we're going to insert our crochet hook 2 chains away from the hook. So essentially you're going to skip that first chain and insert your crochet hook into that second chain. Once your hook is inserted into that first chain, you're going to hook your yarn and pull it through the chain. You should now have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn under and pull it through both loops. And that is your first single crochet. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. Insert your crochet hook into the chain, hook your yarn, pull it through the chain. Now you have 2 loops on your hook. Pull your yarn through both loops. Now you have 2 single crochets. So you're going to continue doing this, putting your crochet hook through your chain, hooking your yarn and pulling it back through the chain, and then hooking your yarn again and pulling it through your 2 loops. And you're going to do that all the way into the end of your chain row. Once you get to the end of your chain, it should look something like this. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to flip your work so you can work on your 3rd row. So this will be similar to the last row we just did. You insert your crochet hook into that first space, hook your yarn, pull it through. You have 2 loops on your crochet hook, hook your yarn, and pull it through both loops. Then you do that again. Insert your crochet hook, hook your yarn and pull it through. You have 2 loops, hook your yarn, pull it through both loops. And you're going to repeat this until the very end of the row. Once you get to the end of your 3rd row, chain 1, turn your work, and we're doing the exact same thing for a 4th row. Insert your crochet hook, pull your yarn through, and then pull your yarn through both loops. You repeat this process working to the end of your work, chaining 1 and turning your work until you get to the length that you want. So I stopped at 4 rows, but you can keep going to get the desired length that you want or to continue practicing. Your rows should look something like this, and if you want to keep practicing, you can pull on the end of your yarn to release all of the rows. I highly suggest just repeating this and practicing.
Watching this video, I hope it helps. Leave a comment on what you plan to make with your new skills. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more.